Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our evening connection. Using our connection, we connecting obviously through the wisdom of Kabbalah, which we know that when a person go more deeper into the wisdom, a deeper wisdom, is open himself to more level of communication with what we call with the universe, right? Less or more shallow level of wisdom, right? More shallow connection to this world or to the Creator or to whatever you call God. In this week, we're starting a new connection, which I shared with you last week, that we started what we call the new moon of Aries. And the new moon of Aries is the beginning of the year. This is actually the beginning of the year. And many people think it's Rosh Hashanah or December 31st, But no, cosmically, energetically, the year starting now. And when we're talking about the year, we're talking about the deeper aspect of the year, not the external. This is more talking on the level of the quality of your connection to your vessel, to your spiritual vessel, to what we call your soul. And a lot of us not really putting a lot of emphasis, a lot of power, a lot of energy to our connection, our soul. That is the most important part of our life, is our soul. The connection, what we call the physical world, it's only an outcome. It's only an outcome. This week, as you're starting the month of Nisan, called Nisan, which is Aries, what we have in this time, a very unique opportunity, which I shared on the chat. There are the first 12 days of the month are assigned, and I share with you the meditation. Please, if you don't have it, please ask for it. Every day, Sunday was the embodiment, the energy of Aries. In that day, we take possession over the entire month of Aries and its quality. The next day is Taurus. Monday, right? We're talking about Taurus. Taurus is the embodiment. That day is almost like the essence of all the month of Taurus and all its essence and all its quality, the good and the negative. Same next day. Next day is Sivan, which we're calling the energy of Gemini, and then so forth. It goes the 12 days. So we get, with a specific meditation, with a specific consciousness, we get to harness the month before it even comes. It's like almost like when a woman gets pregnant, at the seed level, it was injected, right, between the couple, and then later on, 9 months later, you have something. The same idea is over here. We are in the seed level of all the month that's coming, right? This is the beginning cycle. So your connection in these days are crucial for the entire year. Why? I'll share with you why. In this month, all what you want to do is completely change your level of desire. The level of desire that we had last year, this is all about desire. This month of Aries, specifically those 12 days, you need to dictate what type of a desire would you like to have this year. And you should know the seed level is now, and all the rest is just going to be an outcome. You can't change a baby while it's in the womb, right? So you plant the seed, you got pregnant, and then the rest is just an automatic. So these days are very crucial to your desire. What type of desire, what quality of desire, what you aiming to desire to, how strong, how much of that desire can and will be manifest. It's today, these days. Very important. One is to understand a little bit the system. The Kabbalists explain that we are all predictable. Human beings are very predictable, almost like you look at animal, right? You know what lion is going to do. You know what a bird is going to do. You know most of the time. You know their cycle. You know when they need to be here, where they need to be there, what they do. Well, we learn that. Human beings are the same way, almost robotically. When you're next to a person with power, you react a certain way. When you're next to a weaker, you react a certain way. When people pushes your button, you respond in a certain way. Predictable. Which means, because you were born in a certain day, and in a certain hour, in a certain place, and in a certain minute and second, you're going to follow a certain pattern. But please, for those of us who study for a while, please be aware that we are so predictable, and we are almost like a patterns of way of thinking. It's a pattern. It's not changeable. Only in this time of the year. Only in this time of the year. Why? Let's say in 6 months you decide I want to change. I'm too robotic. I'm like a pattern of thinking, pattern of behavior. Everything will be predictable. But I said I want to change. Any changes you want to take, but it's not in the moment where the universe, the cosmos is open, your change will be almost like a rubber band. You pull, and then you think you change, and you go back to the same place. These are the days that you completely change the patterns of who you are. And it's all based on your desire. In these days, you gaining a new desire. Not the same one, but a little bit more. Completely eradicate the level of desire you had and awaken a desire that is unbreakable. A desire that no one saw before about you. A desire that no one can put you down. An invincible desire. If you're not planting that in this month, in those 10, 12 days that we left now, you control, total control over it. Now, what type of desire I want to have? And what type of desire I recommend to you to have? I like to call it spiritual hunter. Spiritual hunter. You know what the spiritual hunter mean? There is a very simple structure over here. Either you've been hunted or you're going to hunt. Now I use the word hunting because it needs to be a desire that you're in the wilderness. And without the light, without the connection to the Creator, I'm in the wilderness. There's nothing happened. I'm robotic. I'm not even alive. What am I hunting? In the month of Aries, we know it's the seed level of all our ego. So either your ego hunt you, right? You've been hunted by your ego, which means hunted thoughts. Why they don't give me respect. All year you're going to be concerned with your ego, who saw what you did and what they didn't do for you. Every day you're going to wake up and be so concerned of who's going to deflate your ego. Or, I'm going to hunt down my ego. Every aspect, but I'm looking for honor and being honorary and respected in the eyes of people. Hunt down those places. You have to remember, spiritually we're talking about. If you're not really, as I said before, and this is the third time I'm going to speak about it, elevate your spiritual connection or elevate your spiritual desire. Put more value on spiritual matter, and they will give you way more value in life than any other attachment, any other money that you're going to manifest, any other position and fame you're going to get. Please understand, spiritual hunter is not just when you're hungry. It's not just when I need something, let me hunt, let me be a good person, and now God will love me. Spiritual hunter doesn't leave room to the negative side in this world. We're going to hunt down this year the evil forces out of this world. Should be the desire. If your desire is just to have a relationship, or just to have some money, or just to have this, you will be hunted by the ego. It's small. It's a small desire. Physical desires are small. You don't need much for that. But reminding you, this wisdom, these days, the wisdom sharing with us, you can enlarge your desire by, first of all, if you don't put the real value on spiritual matter, you're not going to work hard to gain it. And it's not going to give you the same protection. The same way it comes in for free, it comes out for free. Nothing stays. These days, what we call the month of Aries, controlled by what? Controlled by the planet Mars. Now I want to tell you the illusionary part of this world. Look at this world. We're spending billions of dollars to create ships, spaceships, to go to Mars. Here the Kabbalists tell you, in a very simple meditation, in the right moment, you're harnessing the entire planet to work for you. I don't need to go to Mars. I'm controlling Mars. What is Mars? The planet of war. And what is it teaching you? To be a spiritual hunter, to be someone who is hunting down the evil forces in this world, is not simply come because, let's meditate, it's going to be nice. No, it's a war. It's a war, it's a battle. If it's not a battle, meaning you have no light. If you have light, there is going to be a battle. If you need to earn any certain desire to change the world, a desire to influence in a big way, it's going to be a battle. And for that comes this week's portion. This week we're starting a new book. It's called the Book of Leviticus, the third book of Moses. This entire book, you will see, we're going to speak a lot about, which every year we speak about, but now it's a complete different level. Now I want to use this week to give me all the weapons that I need to hunt down, to hunt out of this world the evil forces. And we need all of us. We cannot do it alone. In this in this week, what we have is called the Leviticus book. We're studying the book, but it's also the portion called Leviticus, Vayikra. The word is Vayikra, and it's a code. It's a code. In this, by the way, in this portion, we know Baal Shem Tov reveal many secrets of how to heal yourself, how healing power. Why he says there's the word chole is sick, is a sick person, is numerical value 49, which means the energy of what we call supernal matter, called Bina energy, have the numerical value of 50. It's represented by the 50 gates of Bina. That when a person is connected to the light, all the gates are open, there's no sickness, there's no death, and there's no chaos in that person's life. When there is sickness, it represents 49. 49 is one gate less, which means it's not activation of immortal being, it's not an activation of health, health to the business can be sick, money can get sick, relationship can get sick. Don't think that sickness is just when somebody have a flu. That doesn't mean, I don't feel so good. That doesn't mean sickness only. In this week, we have the ability to gain that one gate, right? That we call the 50th gate, which represents for us one particular ingredient that is missing. To reduce the me, the I, to nothing. That's the indication. If you want to be hunted by the ego, every time you say I, me, it's almost like signaling, you know when you do find my phone, when you're looking for your device, right? As soon as there is the I, boom, you've been on the map, and ego type of consciousness start to leech on you, start to find you, starts to insert itself to your life. As soon as there is the I, the me, this is it. So you need to fight, have a fight. Why do we call this word this week? What do we read in this week? In portion Vaikra and all the rest of the many other portion, you're going to read about sacrifices. Sacrifices. It says that sacrifices is a necessary process. Now, they're sacrificing food, they're sacrificing the chicken, they're sacrificing the cattle, tzon, which is sheep, they're sacrificing cows and bulls, right? I never saw sacrificing of human in the Torah. There's nothing like that, right? Why? Because all the rest of the levels that represent, these are secrets. It's not really actually what's happening. The secret of sacrifices is to sacrifice many different levels within me for the sake of reducing, right, the signaling of the ego. Each sacrifice that we're going to read this week is another way to burn, when you have something that there's a leak of something, or, sometimes you have to use fire to close it, or to find a way to seal the leaking, right? Ego want to insert itself in many different ways. If you want to become a spiritual hunter, part of that is a lot of sacrifices. Sacrifices of what? Simply me consciousness. That's what the bottom line is. If you understand that, let's understand two levels that needs to be awakened here. I said one, we need a desire. We need a desire to be a spiritual hunter. Someone who's hunting down evil before it comes to your life, Chad v'Shalom. This is what it's about. Because when you hunt down negativity from the world, you are included there. If you're just thinking about me and my own little life, eventually you will be taken. It will take over you. It's not. It's gonna hunted thoughts, hunted houses. It's gonna be like that. It's always like that. This week, we have 10 more days to build up a very much control over the sea level of the entire year. I need to awaken first a tremendous desire. Now, let me read for you from the Kabbalist one idea here. And it comes from this week's portion. He says, Yakriv oto lirtzono. He says you need to get closer to his desire.